Okay, alright, ladies and gentlemen, seventh and final video here for the night. I'm going to do the rest of the news, talk about wrestling to start off here. Seventh and final video before big day tomorrow with the MLB trading deadline. And then I'll do my SummerSlam preview and predictions tomorrow. It's Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Going to be busy, covering the shows. So I just figured out how to do it Thursday. But let's get into it, wrestling. So, this will be the ringer, Cody Rhodes. Cody talked about leaving AEW and how he felt disrespected. Kind of drops during Dynamite. He said, "There's clearly bad blood, but there's also clearly respect. Feeling disrespected is something I built. Feeling disrespected there, I wouldn't stand for it." Of course, we don't have the full picture of this. I think it's pretty clearly an issue with Tony Khan. The only person with the power to disrespect him in the way he's describing is Tony Khan. He's recently been complimentary of Matt, Nick Jackson, and Kenny Omega since leaving, so he even calls them friends in this quote. It's a non-story. He got asked, he answered. He's been complimentary of the Young Bucks, Kenny Omega. And with the way he's describing, I think he's talking about Tony Khan. I don't think he's talking about anybody else. Because I think the fallout's pretty clear. He and Tony, I think Tony Khan, had a falling out. Based on the hints and over the years, it was about money, contracts, and Cody's role in the company. He did a lot behind the scenes work to professionalize in the beginning. Seems he does not feel that was valued correctly. That's probably why he left. Maybe he was, I don't know. But, you say, oh, he talks shit about WWE when it's AEW. Look, it happens in both companies. You can shit talk one wrestling company and eventually, sometime else, you'll go over there. But he was asked a question, he answered. If you don't answer a question, people will criticize you. If you answer a question, people will still criticize you. It is what it is, man. So, Drew McIntyre. He shares that he is back in the United States. As such, the tag team match at SummerSlam will go on this weekend as planned. So, thank God, because I did not want to see The Miz in that match. Julia defends the U.S. Championship against Zelina Vega on SmackDown this Friday. Holy shit. Julia's on TV, folks. Thank God. Finally getting a match. I mean, I'm fine with being on SmackDown, to be honest. Cody Rhodes names his match against Roman Reigns at WrestleMania 39 his favorite match of all time. That's his favorite match. Everything about that match was perfect. Remember that. I mean, we were all upset. Well, shouldn't say we. I was upset Cody didn't win, but in the end, it made it worth it. The rest of that match was excellent. I mean, WrestleMania 40 was good, but that match was perfect. Hangman Page retained the AEW World Title against Moxley. Can that be over, please? W's partner with Breath Death for fans to combat bad breath. Man, WB saying y'all don't brush your teeth. Man, what's next? Deodorant and cologne? Man, they should give this shit out for free for the IWC. They're basically saying your breath stinks and you smell. That's unreal, man. Triple H addressed the criticism surrounding the behind-the-scenes WWE Unreal thing. From the clips I've seen, I've kind of enjoyed it. I mean, look, kayfabe's been kind of dead long before this, to be honest. I feel like people just need a reason to cry. Like, the curtain has already been called a while ago. I really don't see that's why this is such a big problem. I feel like it's been kind of fun to see the clips, So, kayfabe's been there for a while, man. But I can see if you don't like it. I get it. So, AEW World's End 2025 has officially been announced for Chicago, Illinois on Saturday, December 27th. Oh boy. Can't wait for WWE to do a show on December 27th. 7th as well. But yeah, World's End will be December 27th. Is there anything else here? Don't believe so. See, that's all the wrestling. Let's move on to NFL football. So Titans rookie QB Cam Ward, he says there's a target on his back. I don't think I'm being welcomed in the league with open arms. I was the first pick. I'm blessed to be that, but at the end of the day, there's a tar on my back. There's a tar on everyone's back in the league. But I'm trying to prove it to myself and teammates. To be fair, he is right. But, yeah, there's definitely a tar on your back, especially as the number 1 overall pick. ESPN has cut ties with Shannon Sharpe less than 2 weeks after he settled a lawsuit in which his ex-girlfriend accused him of rape, per Andrew Marchand. ESPN has declined to comment, so not really surprising here. He'll be fine either way, I think, with Nightcap. But kind of done it to himself, man. You know, just fucking with them young girls lost him millions of money. Like, get someone your age, Shannon Sharpe. Like, you're 50. Like, it's just stupid. Stupid. Did it as... And... It's just stupid, man. But all the preaching this he does, you know, the accidentally going live on Instagram, the rape allegations, I just not a good look for Shannon Sharpe, man. Not a good look at all. The Seahawks have given GM John Schneider a 4-year extension that keeps him with the team through the 23rd draft, according to Jay Slater. Devontae Adams says there's no beef with Jimmy Garoppolo and says they're all pretty miserable with the Raiders. Raiders organization's in shambles, man. The Bengals released veteran running back Zach Moss. Dolphins cornerback Kader Cahoe suffered a season-ending knee injury during Saturday's practice. He has a partial ACL tear that will require surgery to repair it. So the 27-year-old gunman who killed 4 people at a Manhattan office before killing himself Monday. The brain experts say he could take weeks to learn whether if he had CT. There's no instant answer because he killed 4 people. It was near the NFL office or something in the Manhattan office. Trey Hendrickson, he officially ended his holdout today. He spoke to reporters and summed up the state of the negotiations with the Bengals. Things are exactly the same, he said. I mean, they do everything but pay their defensive star. Head coach Kevin Stefanski announced that cornerback Martin Emerson Jr. has been diagnosed with a torn Achilles. So yeah, man, out for the season. Isaiah Likely suffered a small foot fracture during Tuesday's practice. If all goes well, it's an early season return in week 1 as possible. So another update there with Baltimore. Trey Hendrickson and Terry McLaurin ended their holdouts. So the last 2 are done. Kalen Carson for the Cowboys suffered a hyperextended knee. He's expected to miss like 4 to 6 weeks. Jimmy Haslam dismissed speculation that he's eyeing Texas quarterback Arch Manning in the 2026 NFL Draft. So yeah, that's all I got for NFL. Let's move on. Go to NBA. So Gilbert Arenas, he was arrested. He was accused of illegal gambling. He has pleaded not guilty. He was released on a $50,000 bond, and he has a court date set for September 23rd. Details on this developing story. That's crazy, man. He's 100% guilty. I can already tell. The Memphis Grizzlies will not play on MLK Day next season. Do they normally play on that day? LeBron James, Maverick Carter, and Nikola Jokic's agent met in France to discuss Carter's upcoming global basketball launch, set to launch in 2026. The Phoenix Suns trade offer for Jonathan Kuminga includes Royce O'Neal, Nick Richards, 4 second-round picks. Would I accept this offer? I don't know. Denny of Diaz says he's willing to educate people in the U.S. Man, I'm not reading all this. Don't care. ESPN fired Shannon Sharp. So, this is the Gilbert Arenas story. Him and 5 other defendants, including a suspected high-level member of an Israeli transitional organization organized crime group, were arrested today on a federal indictment alleging they operated an illegal gambling business in which high-stakes poker games were played in a casino mansion Arenas owned, per Chris B. Haynes. Can't say I'm surprised. Thought this was Santel, but hope, man, can they just erase this guy so we have to hear his shitty takes? Marcus Morris, he called out Vegas, saying he would have preferred to handle things mob style rather than getting arrested. The man said he'd rather be beaten or worse. Miami Heat remain open to trading Terry Rozier. Yeah, nobody wants him. Gary Harris will wear Brook Lopez's old number. Jonathan Kuminga, he says he's betting on himself. Brother, stop. Millions worth of Miami Heat memorabilia, including game-worn NBA Finals jerseys, was stolen in what's called one of the biggest sports heists ever. Damn. This stolen gear was allegedly sold on the black market over an 18-month span. Damn. Jonathan Kuminga reportedly believes the Warriors have stunted his growth. Oh, brother. He has scoring games, but he doesn't really do anything else great besides dunk, and maybe sometimes finish at the rim. This team doesn't really develop young players that great, but still. He just isn't good, dude. Like, I'm sorry. The Suns are aggressively pursuing Kuminga and are offering nearly $70 million more in guaranteed money than the Warriors. Daryl Morey says the 2020 Lakers title has an asterisk on it, and people around the league don't believe it was a genuine championship. Yeah, okay, Daryl Morey. Let's see you win a championship. The Kings have made Keegan Murray and Keon Ellis untouchable in trade talks. Through here, it's all for the NBA. So, NASCAR news to end the video. Josh Williams got released from Colleague Racing. They have parted ways. To be announced on drivers for the rest of the season. Just hasn't panned out. You know, disappointing. I was hoping he'd do good for that team. Just, you know, didn't work out, and they've parted ways. And he released a statement. So yeah, he's done. The updated roster this weekend shows Carson Osavar as the driver for Colleague and the number 11 Xfinity car. Josh Williams was released from the team earlier today, so there's that. Stuart Friesen's DQ from the IRP is upheld by the appeals panel, so there's that. Stuart Friesen, the HFR number 52 truck, will be in the owners' playoffs as long as the team still fields the truck, which is expected it will do. The drivers will be TBD, but they'll still be in the owners' playoffs. We'll see who they get on that team. So, the Christopher Bell contact with Zane Smith, the answer was reviewed, and NASCAR reviewed as aggressive, but mistimed racing move by Bell, which obviously wasn't retaliation because nothing ever happened. The purse money for the Iowa Weekend Cup, $9 million, exceeding $1.1 million. Legacy Motor Club and Rick Ware Racing will be back in court tomorrow for a hearing on legacy motion for a restraining order to keep Rick Ware Racing from closing its sale to TJ Putcher. NASCAR won't return to Mexico City, with Chicagoland expected to take its spot on the 2026 schedule, so they won't return to Mexico City next year. And Chicagoland Speedway is expected to take its spot on the 2026 Cup schedule, so finally that will be back. Austin Hill suspended for a race, and as expected, 2 members of Eric Jones' crew suspended for the wheel coming off. For the schedule for the weekend: Friday 3:30 ARCA practice and qualifying, 7 FS1 ARCA race, 150 laps. Saturday 11 on the CW Xfinity P&Q, 1:30 True TV Cup P&Q, 4 on the CW pre-race, 4:30 Xfinity race, 60, 61, 30 stage lane. Sunday 3 on USA pre-race, 3:30 the USA on USA for the Cup race, 71, 40, 140 your stage lane. It's going to be in the 70s with a 10% chance of rain. And Stuart Friesen will have to have surgery. So that's all the NASCAR news and all the news that I like to talk about. So, yeah, until next time, leave a like, comment, subscribe for more. Until next time, out, peace, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.